Afternoon, Packers fans. Aaron Nagler here with your Packers Daily Chat, coming to you live on the Cheesehead TV social channels. It is Friday, people. That's right. The Packers will be traveling to Tampa Bay tomorrow on Saturday to get ready for Sunday's showdown against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at Raymond James Stadium, a house of horrors for one Aaron Charles Rodgers. Hopefully they can buck that trend, so to speak, when they take on Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. Injury report is out, people. Got to talk about it. That's right. Sammy Watkins will not be joining the Packers on the field on Sunday, although he may appear in street clothes on the sideline. He is out with a hamstring injury, and spare me your Hammy Watkins jokes. They were tired and cliched and played out this past summer, and people have been trotting him out this week as he has appeared with the hamstring injury on the injury report. Most importantly, Kenny Clark, who was limited with a groin injury throughout the week, he is not even given a designation, so he seems to be good to go. That's huge news. Other huge news, David Bakhtiari practiced for 2 days in a row, always worthy of news, but still listed as questionable. I'll be surprised if he plays on Sunday. Elton Jenkins, big sexy, full participant. Get ready for some big sexy to be playing against the Buccaneers on Sunday. But before we get to Sunday, we got to go through Saturday. And if you're in the Milwaukee area, you got to come hang out with Corey and I in the Shorewood neighborhood at Scout Wine Merchants. 5 o'clock tomorrow, people. If you're in Milwaukee, hope you can stop by. That's right. We'll be at Scout from 5 to 8 p.m. We'll have Carry the G, both in cans and on tap. There'll be a food truck there. We'll be playing music. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hope you can come and hang out. It's going to be all sorts of goodness. Corey and I in Milwaukee. Joe from Gathering Place, the brewery that actually makes the beer, he'll be there. Tyler Herrick will be there. That's right, the intern himself. So come on, people. Show up, show out. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hope you can make it. Really hope you can show up and carry the G with us. And if you're looking for Carry the G locally, either here in Green Bay, where I am, or in Appleton, Sheboygan, Madison, Milwaukee, that's right. Plenty of new spots with Carry the G that are available. You can go on our website, go to the Carry the G page. There's a list of all the places you can get it this weekend for your tailgate and beyond. Hope you'll help us carry the G. Speaking of carry the G, I wanted to give a young Packers fan a shout out today. I do not know his name, but I know his father's name because he tweeted me this morning. Ryan's son wrote this for a class assignment today. You'll see it tweet there up on the screen. This is his class assignment that he wrote for the 2022 season heading into Sunday's game. Packers play Buccaneers. Mike Evans is not playing. Julio Jones is not playing. Chris Godwin is not playing. But they have a good defense, so it's not going to be easy to run like it was against the Bears. The Buccaneers have a D-line, so we may get sacked like we did against the Vikings, but we have Elton Jenkins back. Go, Pack, go. I mean, that's better than anything you're going to get on ESPN this weekend. So shout out to Ryan and his son. Great job, buddy. Keep it up. That is some carrying the G classwork right there. Love to see it. Hello to everybody in the comments section. So good to see everybody mixing it up. Bunch of regulars already here. Of course, Krista's here. Of course, Ryan is here. Ed's here. Brandy's here. Of course, Brandy's here. Ed starts us off with a super chat. What's up, bud? Nags, I hear you on Favre and his actions cannot be defended. That being said, I have been a Green Bay fan since the Ice Bowl, and without Favre, there would be no G to carry. Yes, Ed, which is why I framed it the way I did on Packer Transplants. And from Packer Transplants, I put that clip up on Twitter and Instagram, and that's kind of the clip that's, I guess, somewhat making the rounds, wherein I say exactly that. I have excused his behavior off the field for far too long because of exactly what you're talking about. Look, I get it. I understand. I remember. But I'm sorry. I can't say anything other than fuck Brett Favre at this point. There's too much. It's gone too far. I'm done. Game over. I don't care. I don't care. At some point, the hero worship has to stop. That's all I have to say. What else we got, folks? Am I going to that high school game tonight? You know, I thought about it. I really wanted to go. I know Appleton North is playing. I saw an alert there. I don't know what high school games are going on here in the Green Bay area because I'm going to be here tonight. But maybe I'll find a high school game to take in. That'd be fun. It'd be a good time. Nags, with all the injuries on both sides, do you think this game really says anything about either team? Yeah, Eric, it says how they're capable of overcoming things, how they're able to nut up, if you'll forgive the expression, and figure out a way to win. I mean, long term, like, are either of these teams going to look however they look on Sunday, you know, late December, early January, God willing, if they're in the playoffs? No, of course not. But that's true of any week 3 game. Still an important game and a game you have to win. It's it doesn't change the stakes in that regard. But yeah, no team is going to make a declaration in week 3 that really means much. And that's why I keep kind of having to bite my tongue about all the, oh my God, the Bills look unstoppable. Yeah. And the league is littered with teams that looked unstoppable first 2-3 weeks into the season who looked very different come late November, early December. And I'm not saying the Bills are going to fall apart or anything. I think they are a really good football team, but hold off on putting them in the Super Bowl, prior to week 4. That's all I would say about that. How many tablets will be thrown this weekend? Good question, John. I don't know. How many are on the sideline? Which sideline? Interesting. I don't know. Both, perhaps. We shall see. Traveling from Georgia to carry the G next weekend. Holy cow, Gil. Thanks for the support. Not only as a Carry the G member, clearly, looking at your tag here, but also buying the beer. Really appreciate it, man. Bucs injury list is longer. No doubt about it. Faraz, thank you for the super chat. Final score prediction also is Bach playing. Bach is listed as questionable. As I said at the start, I'll be very surprised if he plays, having only been a limited participant for 2 days. Traditionally, that's not when they like to give the green light, but Bakhtiari is clearly a very special case, so who knows? But I doubt it. But we'll see. If he plays, I'll be pleasantly surprised. Final score prediction 17-13. I don't know who wins. Watkins is out for Sunday. Yes, Keith. Said that right at the start. Quinn, thanks for the super chat. Packers D needs to step up and take advantage of the Bucs' depleted offense and sad Tom Brady. Go Pack! Yeah, it is weird how Tom's kind of mental state has become such a talking point. But yeah, I mean, the Bucs are depleted. Look, I know they're without their wide receivers, but as I said yesterday on Daily, man, I don't, I've been burned way too many times going into games going, oh, this team's really licking their wounds and they don't have all their guys. And then they come out and they whoop some ass, Still got to play the men in front of you. And they are professional football players and they are out to hurt and destroy the Packers. So, the one place you want to see them take advantage is along the front. Kenny and company against a very depleted offensive line. That's where the Packers can control the game and should. And that's where they can make Brady's life miserable. That's what I want to see more than anything. Luke, thanks for the super chat, bud. Aaron, have fun in Wisconsin this week. Who are you most excited to watch this week? I've been on the Watson train. Yeah, Watson is, let's get him loose in the secondary again, although you've got to think it's a tough week to make that happen. Pretty disciplined team, really tough defense. So I don't know if we're going to see any truly like big shot plays or anything like that, but I'd love to see Watson get going. I think this could be the Romeo Doubs party if they are hell-bent on throwing the football to wide receivers, as we know they can be. Yeah, I hope Doubs and Watson both get involved. No question about it. What else we got, folks? What else we got? I got that one. Seeker, thanks for the super chat. Coach Nagler, game plan versus the Bucs? Well, we all know whatever I want to do is what they're not going to do. What I want to do is pound the fuck out of A.J. Dillon. I want A.J. left. I want A.J. right. Throw A.J. an angle route. But put the ball in A.J. Dillon's hands. And then after you've pulverized them and after you've tendered them up, then you unleash Aaron Jones. Have his darting, quick, lightning ways run rings. I understand it's probably not how the Packers are going to approach it. They're going to come out. They're going to throw the football. That's who they are. Now they'll run it. How much? I don't know. I don't know how much I trust them to do that, but that's what I would want. That's 100% what I would like to see. Vex, thanks for the super chat. I like too high safety defense versus the Packers, more of law firm of AJ and AJ. Yes, I think those too high safety looks are going to be pretty prominent throughout the year. Aaron was talking about that at his locker earlier this week. It's kind of the in vogue thing, and that means you have to be able to run the football. If they're not going to give you numbers, you got to be able to move the football on the ground. Hopefully the Packers are able to do so and commit to doing so early on. What else we got? Quadzilla time. Yeah, I hope so. Two-ray time. I think you could see the field just because of the numbers game, right? I mean, Who knows where Cobb's going to be? I know he hasn't practiced all week due to that illness, but he doesn't have an injury designation, I don't think. I can't remember if he's questionable. Hold on. Let me take a look. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Boom. Cobb. What do we got on Cobby? Questionable. So he hasn't practiced all week. Maybe it's Amari Rogers time. Amari and Toure. That'd be fun. That'd be great if they both had like coming out parties. Never give up on the AJ Dillon wheel route. John, I'm trying to keep the faith, man, but I've been begging for it for 2 years now, and we haven't even come close to trying to attempt one, let alone like throwing it. Doo-doo-doo-doo. I'm sad you're not wearing the hat, the half and half logo hat. I mean, yeah, that's not really my style. I get the Mitchell and Ness thing, and they're doing like some mashed up throwback stuff, and cool, man. If that's for somebody, that's cool. If they like it, that's awesome. Do you wear what you dig, as I always say, but 'tis not for me, not my thing. Romeo and Juliet Dire Straits time. Look at that, Danny. Look at that pull. Well done. Robert Tunyon show. It very well could be. Very well could be. Maybe they get him going a little bit more. I mean, he's been kept in to chip for obvious reasons, and I think that may be the case again on Sunday, but hopefully they get a little something going with Tunyon. It'd be nice, and they're going to need him. Going to need some alternate ways of moving the football with these wide receivers kind of all messed up. I think this is the game where the rookie wide receivers have to announce themselves to the NFL. Tough defense to do that against. I mean, I'd settle for just possessing the ball, moving the chains, helping the team move and score some points. I mean, I don't need I don't need Pickens one-handed catches. I just need help matriculating the ball down the field. If they do that against this defense, they'll be in a good spot. Mark, thanks for the super chat. I'll be at the game repping the pack. Downside is they're not going to be carry the G beer in Tampa. No, Mark, there will not be, but you will be carrying the G by representing the Packers at Raymond James Stadium, which, as I said, house of horrors for the Packers. So do it. Do it, buddy. Next, Packers defense are zombies until someone makes a play. Why? It's a really good question. And it's something that kind of befuddles me because they have the talent at all three levels to be a lot more kind of, you don't want to say aggressive because that's cliched, right? But just to dictate things a little bit more. That's what I would like to see. Now, maybe they do that this week, but man, Tom Brady seems like the guy you least want to do that against as far as trying to push it and press and make something happen. Like there was a time to do that. I thought it was last week against Justin Fields, but we'll see. We'll see if they come out a little bit hotter than they did last 2 weeks. That's a pretty awesome wallpaper behind you, Nags. It almost looks real. John, it is real. That's crazy. Lowry, the weak link on the D line. Not every play. Somebody different almost every time, and that's the problem. Everybody has to step up their game. Slayton, Reed, Lowry, everybody. Kenny's the one guy playing like a superstar because he is. Everybody else needs to step up their game. Aaron Jones' season marches this Sunday. Aaron, from your YouTube chat to the football god's ears, I'm down for it. Speaking of down for it, you know what I'm down for? I'm always down for a pint. I hope anyone going to the game in London will join Corey and I that Friday, 2 days before the game, at the Dog and Duck. That's right. The address is right there on the screen. Friday, October 7th at 4 p.m. Join us for a pint in London. I love pub culture in London, and we'll be hanging out, having pints, talking Packers. Don't worry if you can't get there right away. We'll be there for a few hours. But if you're in London for the game, you're available Friday afternoon, stop on by. It's going to be a lot of fun. I've already heard from a bunch of folks who are going to be there. So it's going to be a good time. They know we're coming, too. I reached out to the Dog and Duck and said some crazy American footballers will be showing up Friday afternoon, so be ready. But, yeah, if you're in London, hope you can stop on by. Arthur, thanks for the super chat. Rush needs to get to Brady. Can't give him all day. No doubt about it, but it's hard when he's dinking and dunking. And that's the thing. You know, Fournette hasn't gobbled up tons of yardage, but he can be effective, you know, as far as giving you those body blows and keeping you off balance. And they've, you know, finally found success there in the fourth quarter against the Saints on a play action for the touchdown. That's what the Packers got to guard against. Like, there's no doubt about it. What else we got? Moises, thank you for the super chat. You think we'll get pressure on Brady? I think there's a chance. I think especially with Kenny and their beat up offensive line. Yeah, I think they'll get there. I mean, here's the thing. They have actually done a really good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, of affecting the pocket and the quarterback throughout these first two games. Um, even the Vikings game, which I know doesn't feel like it, but they've been, Preston and Rashawn and Kenny are all in the top 20 for pressure percentages through the first 2 weeks. So here comes a beat up offensive line that they can hopefully take advantage of, and we'll see. Anthony, thanks for the super chat. Looking forward to grabbing a cold one and meeting you at Scout tomorrow, Nags. Thanks, Anthony. Can't wait to meet. Make sure you say hello, please. We do these things, and sometimes people are like, "Oh, I didn't want to say hi." It's like literally why we're there. Come say hello. Thanks, Anthony. Looking forward to it, buddy. Pat, thank you for the super chat. As a Pro Bowler, a Pro Brewer, I'm curious who is making Carry the G for you. Hopefully, I can try it soon if I can get out of the purple state for a day. Pat, it is being brewed at Gathering Place in Milwaukee. Gathering Place, and Joe from Gathering Place will be there tomorrow night. This little fly is getting at me, man. So I hope you can try both Carry the G and all the other great stuff at Gathering Place because they do phenomenal stuff. Really, really. And you can find a link to their website on the Carry the G page on cheeseheadtv.com. We link back to them and you can explore everything they have on offer. Luke, thanks again. I can't be there in London, but I feel you should be saying join us for pints, plural. Have fun. Oh, they will be plural. Just got here. I'm sure no one is overreacting to Watkins being out. Full? Most people aren't, actually. I think because of his injury history, most people were like, yeah, it was only a matter of time. So, yeah, no freakouts here. Brady getting another new face after having it rearranged by 52. Ooh, damn, Dean. Dean with the plastic surgery heat. Wow, damn. Nice. You look like Frankenstein from Young Frankenstein trying to catch butterflies. Well, this little bug is like all over me. Can't get him to go away. At least Kevin King will not be on our roster playing the Bucs this time. Oh, David, why you got to go there? Why you got to bring me down, man? It's Friday. Drink yourself some Carry the G, buddy. Come on now. Folk. Oh, you got some bad memories right here. We're not going to be pulling guards and running tosses to start, are we? Matt and Aaron, they love that stuff, even against those speedy linebackers. I was just on the radio talking about this is a game where I want them to run between the tackles. I want A.J. Dillon. A lot of A.J. Dillon, bruising, pounding it, old school football. But that's not who they are. They'll run those toss plays. They'll try to get Aaron outside. It's going to happen. Just be ready for it. Vex, thanks again. Why can't Rodgers drop and rip most of the time? Why can't Rodgers drop and rip most of the time? Not quite sure what you're referring to there, Vex. What exactly are you talking about? Amari Rodgers? Because Aaron Rodgers, what is he supposed to be ripping? I'm confused, bud. I'm sorry. Is Kenny Clark somehow underrated? Yes, Patrick. The answer to that will forever be yes. I don't think people understand how great he is. Even Packers fans who watch him every week. Yes, Kenny Clark, underrated. God among men. Yes. Joseph, thanks to the super chat. Hey, Nags, in your opinion, if the Pack would have signed either EQ or MVS in the offseason, where would they both be on this 2022 wide receiver depth chart? Well, EQ, I think, would have been maybe bumped up a little bit, but MVS would have gotten a ton of looks and a ton of production between him and Lazard. No question about it. I mean, one of the more kind of cited, problems with that playoff loss to the 49ers was the absence of MVS. And no one wants to talk about it, but the whole reason he wasn't playing in that game is because he played in some meaningless Week 18 game against the Lions where he got hurt. But yeah, no, he would be super productive if he was playing without Devontae in this offense. I have little doubt about it. Rodgers holds the ball. Yes, Rodgers does hold the ball. Oh, Vex, I see what you're saying. Drop it, hit his drop, and throw it. Like, let it rip. Got it. Why can't he do it? He can, and on occasion he does. But more often than not, he doesn't trust something that he sees. He's going to hold on to the ball. And look, I've said it a million times. It can be frustrating for us. And it is frustrating for us. There is zero doubt about it. But the man has also put up ungodly numbers and won 4 MVPs doing it his way. It can be frustrating. It is frustrating. But it leads to a whole lot of winning football. So it's hard for me to make much about it, you know? Is Amos for sure gone after this year? Pack 1, I don't think for sure. I think there's a chance, but definitely not for sure. No. I do think he and Savage both need to up their play. In fact, I've talked a little bit about this, and we talked about this on transplants. I think most of the mainstays have to up their play. I think Preston's played well. I think Rashawn's played well. And I think Kenny's played well on the defensive side. Everybody else, I think, needs to play better, and that includes Jair. You know, I think all the mainstays, Amos, Savage, Campbell. I think Rasul's I would probably clump him in with that first group with Preston, Rashawn, and Kenny. Like those guys, those 4 have played up to their potential, I think. But the rest of them, they need to play better, to my eyes. So, yeah, I mean, hopefully, you know, Sunday is another step forward in that regard, and they continue to get better, as the coaches always preach. But this defense is way too talented to be, you know, giving up some of the things they're giving up these first 2 weeks. Hopefully they button that up this week. Never tell me the odds. You're right, Danny. Never tell me the odds. Got to get through this asteroid field that is Raymond James Stadium. All right, everybody. I'm going to have to get going. I can't thank you enough for hanging out, talking Packers each and every day, Monday through Friday, right here on the Cheesehead TV social channels. Please do me a monster favor. Hit like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and then tell your friends, tell your family. Cheesehead TV, we are devoted to Green Bay Packers fans worldwide. If you're in Milwaukee, I hope you see you tomorrow night at Scout Wine Merchants, 5 to 8. Be there. Carry the G with us. It's going to be a lot of fun. In the meantime, go Pack, go.